Hello again. Well, it's finally happened. That's the Ash vs. Allen battle that everyone but me was hyped for, and even with my very low expectations of the whole thing, I was kind of disappointed by it, in a sense. Since I feel similarly to I did the way I did at the end of the Unova League because of how the battle itself was highly fluid and well animated, and it's the outcome, however, that I found unsupportable. And yeah, I just felt that as a character, now Alan is officially not relatable, given how I personally think that a better model for him to follow would have been someone like, say, Roger from the negotiator from the Big O, which, since he openly points out he doesn't only want to get too involved in every case he does, unless he definitely wants to do his job and do it well. Oh, that's. And I think it helps that he's actually a pretty cool character, given how, as you expect from an anime, maybe it's a Batman animated series, but that's important right now. And to me, you can probably know how it turned out in the way I'm describing the whole thing, but that I'm now confident that as a rival, he must be stopped. Up to Alan, and personally, since those who like the character, there is officially now no way I can convince you that you're wrong. I mean, given how I just found him just to be too underdeveloped to actually give a damn about his side of the battle, since because he made so little impact in the Mega Loser specials that I think you could have just introduced him right here in this episode out of context where he had the exact same impact, and because of how just dull he is, and lifeless he is in a sense. And even when he puts on that fake smile he has, I just feel like how, like in that line of Civil War trailer that's going viral, so I just want to punch you in your perfect teeth, yeah, because that's just that bad a character for me, since everything about this episode was just so contrived, so manipulative, so arbitrary, that the hype was entirely misguided, in my opinion, and that it just feels just so undeserving of all that. But still, it's not the worst episode I've seen. That's going to be man for another day. I'm not even going to tell you which episode that would be in my case, since he's in. But given how this turned out, things need to change with Alan that. Because as it stands, I still don't trust him on a personal level. Well, that I would not want to associate him with that. All this, I never wanted any of it, to be honest. But I know that there are many people that do, and given how the last vlog turned out to be similar to other videos on the subject, I feel that as an older fan, I don't know if I did something wrong. There are times where I've been unsure of myself. Granted, I like what I do, but it's moments like these that I just feel my childhood die a little. And at least when I saw that Apon corpse in since some late gameplay of Detective Pikachu, that actually might be an interesting game. If it's really stateside, I hope it is, in a sense. But still, it's this. I personally still consider now officially consider Alien to be similar everything wrong with what the older fanbase wants. Or some fragments of it at least, since. Because it's personally, in my eyes, a nihilist. That's an obvious fact for me, since. But at least he doesn't admit to it, like say, even the Big Lebowski does, since what was that? And sadly, I don't think anyone's going to cut off his Johnson, and that. But it seemed like it actually would not be all that different for him to say that after how the battle turned out, I mean, tomorrow we come back and we cut off your Johnson. Yeah. And that's the whole thing, since. And for Alan, here we go. Since you have failed to achieve the modest task what you chose, since you have unrepentantly betrayed my trust, thus I have no choice but to tell all other characters do what's necessary to recover another from where the how should I put this? There's the yeah. You see how this was doing to me? I can't even paraphrase things right now, because of how angry this has made me. Because I could easily yell until my voice gives out about the whole thing, but given how Alan hasn't proven himself capable of that kind of emotion, why should I waste mine on him? I just feel, that the way the character was approached is just so ineffective at conveying any kind of emotion that he feels like he was brought in for a totally different series. It makes me sense. And that he may not be the worst character I've dealt with. I've dealt with far worse, but he, in my eyes, doesn't really belong in a franchise like Pokemon, to be honest. That's a better fit for something like the Shin Megami Tensei franchise, or something like, say, one of the people that can see from the Minotaur 5 or any of the more of those serious games. But granted, I like those games too. I'm on non-Pokemon games, but that's that. Even so, there's definitely yet more opportunity for things to change from here, and that's gonna be what sets the two character types apart. I mean, I genuinely believe that even after this happened. I mean, I generally don't think Ash has enough heart to pursue some of the course of action against Alan on that. And since I generally feel more connected between Ash and his Greninja than I do between Alan and his Charizard. I mean, that because I think the bond of Ash and his Greninja is more genuine, more engaging than the one between Alan and Charizard, because of how vastly different the two characters are that. Because I didn't think the episode was all that great. It hit in my eyes. I'm not going to be officially reviewing it until XYZ comes stateside. When it's done, which is definitely going to be a while. That I may understand more about when it's sad, but as it stands right now, I just feel that this was a major letdown, and so that Especially, I personally wouldn't give this episode more than 2 stars if I did officially review it, but out of a possible 4, I mean, since not everybody who uses his review scores hers for an impact, but personally, if I minimize them with a 4-point scale, that it makes it somewhat easier to adequately explain how I feel about something. And that 4 stars is excellent, or near perfect. You know what I mean? 3 is good, 2 is fair, 1 is bad, and nothing is poor with the half-point scales in there as well. Which, since it may not have been a bad episode for my money, but it definitely wasn't a great one either. So here's what I'm gonna do while you guys determine on all this. I am going to watch some of my new DVDs. These episodes I actually appreciate more. And I also am going to keep seeing where this whole thing heads. So let me know what you all think about this whole thing, since whether you liked it, didn't like it, you're fan of Ash, fan of Alan, I've honestly lost all ability to care at this point, because it's what's done is done, and I'm not going to dwell on it anymore for now, so just feel free here let me know what your thoughts. And be it to me, also going to be watching the Rudy and Jim Bell and the first movie again. Cheers, Space Cowboy.